guess he was just in year 2. Sophomore, a beat cop, pull for a rolling stop, hoping he don't get the chance to notice that I got the Glock on me. This 05 or 03, I was just a shorty then, I grew to be a OG. Glad I got my papers right, registration in my life. Since it really saved my life then. Told me he'd give me a pass, acknowledge him and hit the gas. Never liked to follow rules and just now I almost crashed. I look at my reflection, the bullets in the chamber, but I'm really the weapon. The times that I ain't focused are results of my own actions. So how could I then blame you for the chain reaction? It's cause and effect. I knew niggas was shooting but refused to wear a vest. Now I lay there at the center of a new reality. Can't fall for that victim mentality. Recovering, it rattled me. Life support, I'm battling. The only way I made it through is that I had to challenge me. Yeah, it's things I can't prevent, and I refuse to live my life just playing on the defense. Yeah, it's things I can't prevent, and I refuse to live my life just playing on the defense.
Okay. I got a story to tell, and it will never get old. See, you reap what you sow, you probably keeping the score. See, you know what you know, and we know what I did. Look, picture a bunch of rappers upset at me over women. Karma v redemption and the worst since 2 Novembers. Let's take it back 2 Novembers. Fall, winter, baby girl be bad for me and don't you tell me no. Both of us was in relationships, guess that's just how it goes. Always falling for her type, she's someone else's wife. Right, a hot commodity, everybody want her, but Ocho, he's the new Da Vinci. She can't be everybody's Mona. Supposed to be rocking shows together, platinum, diamond, gold together. She haven't sent, but still she gotta get her soul together. Black rose petals for me and my current lady. Favorite rapper must be Eminem. She say I'm acting shady, baby. She said, baby, no, you been acting weird ever since you met so and so. Just a year ago, see, I seen it all before. What was her name? Nina Rose. See, you never learn your lesson. Everything that glitter isn't gold. Got a bird's eye view. I seen it coming with a bird's eye view. With a bird's eye view. With a bird's eye view. Ocho Pacino got a bird's eye view. How about you?
All right, y'all. Let's get into it. What's going on? You already know what it is. This is your man, Big Stu, Scott Stewart, or Professor Stewart, depending on how you know me, co-founder of poolofmusic.com, where we are changing the game for new and emerging artists. And this is our first ever virtual live artist feedback session. And we have assembled a team of voices in the industry to give feedback to a deserving emerging artist. Now, this young emerging artist is a professional, but before we introduce Jeff the Illest, and he tells us about his project, let's get to know our panelists. And panelists, I realize we're missing one other panelist. I just sent out a back call to Filthy Rockwell. You know, some of these cats get real busy. I just sent out a back call to Filthy Rockwell, but we're gonna get this thing going anyway. We've got Robert Vaughn, we've got Dr. Steve, we got Terry D, we got Kendall P. Drew Sidora is jumping in just a second, and hopefully Filthy will come in, but if not, it is what it is. So some of you may be asking, first of all, what is pool? And I want to shout out my man, Alex Jewell, for making it real technical for what pool is. A music ecosystem. Check that out, Dr. Steve. You like that? A music ecosystem that seeks to connect curated emerging artists to an audience. Danielle, you like how this is going? To an audience through our proprietary mix of online, real world, and virtual metaversal tools. I'm gonna stop right there and just leave it at that, Terry D. I'm gonna just leave it at that. By the way, speaking of metaversal tools, Robert Vaughn, everybody who attends this event today, Pool is giving them a free NFT, a POAP, proof of attendance. That's what it is, a proof of attendance. You're going to get a free NFT today. All you have to do is send us your wallet ID. Now, if you don't know what any of that stuff is, don't worry about it. We'll educate you. But just know, if you attended to the first 50 people, you attend today's event, you get a free NFT. So without further ado, let's get this thing going, because we're here for a good time, but not a long time. Let's introduce our panelists. All of y'all are dope, and I'm trying to waste a little time because we got to get Drew in here, and hopefully Filthy comes in. But let me go with my longtime friend here, the CEO of the Song Reactor, music producer to Grammy Award-winning artists like Jay Ivy. Oh, snap. Y'all can hear me? Look at me. I'm too excited. I'm still here. Uh-oh. I lost it. Am I back? Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, look at that. Boom. Look at that. I'll get it back. Jay Ivy and to Capadonna of Wu-Tang. We got Terry D. Terry D, why don't you introduce yourself real quick to the people, brother?
Well, it's like you said, we've been friends for the longest time, man, since, I don't know, like the mid-'80s. And I don't know, we just been rocking with each other for so long, even from Pool to Song Reactor, we still connect on this thing. And it's ironic that the guys that he mentioned that I work with, Jay Ivy, Capadonna, to Drew Sidora, he's the plug that introduced me to these people, as well as introducing me to y'all. So he's always had that, like gift to connect people. And I'm just honored to be here, with you guys. I think it's gonna be fun. I enjoyed that song, but we'll talk about that later.
Thank you very much, Terry D. You called me the plug. I'll take it. Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Steve, somebody said, who is Dr. Steve? I said, Dr. Steve, and don't get offended by this. I said, Terry D, you might like this. I said, Dr. Steve is a regular schmegular dude. And that's with all greatest respect. Dr. Steve represents the audience. Dr. Steve is a music enthusiast who loves curating new music of his own, who happens to have a background in music production. I say, oh man, we don't have anybody on the panel representing artists. Representing listeners. You would be a great representative. Dr. Steve, tell them a little bit about what you do in your 9 to 5 and a little bit more about you. And he's a twin, by the way. Fun fact. Come on, Dr. Steve.
Well, look, I'm a 20-year educator, mostly the west side of Chicago. So if you know Chicago, just think Crane High School, Orr High School, Marshall, Austin, Douglas. And that's where I'll just say I got exposed to the music I love, which is hip hop, and I'm listening to this stuff all the time. I've got former students that I'm still in contact with. I'm out of the classroom right now, running my own company that works in education. We developed a conversation method to help the kids with conversations in the classroom. It's called Teach Different. But I'm just looking forward to this. I don't pretend to be an expert about any of this stuff. I just have something I like hearing, and I'm ready to give my feedback. I appreciate it, Scott.
That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
Big Stu, excuse me.
Big Stu, Scott Stewart, Professor Stewart, depending on how you know me, Steve. Depending on how you know. I see Drew Sidora has made it in the building, but we're going to save. Just hold tight, Drew. Good seeing you, Drew Sidora Pittman. But we'll come back to Drew in 1 second. Robert Vaughn, CEO of Russell Entertainment Group, the most senior industry guy here. Robert Vaughn, I call this, that's my Motown Connect. And he's out in Cleveland where the NBA All-Star Weekend action is happening. And Robert has an artist on Pool. One of his artists, how do you pronounce her name? Is it New?
New, it's New, yeah.
It's New. It's a beautiful 3 songs, music video. Robert Vaughn, introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, I have a music management company, Russell Entertainment Group. Been in the music business for a long time. Grew up in Detroit, then moved to Cleveland. And about 20 years ago, I got pretty serious and started my own company. And now I manage artists and also have a position at A&R director at International Dynasty Group, which is an entertainment company that does music, does movies, and also television shows. So I met Stu through a mutual friend, Alex. Alex and I do a radio show on Wednesday about decentralized finance, cryptocurrency, and all that kind of stuff. And that's how I met Stu. So we said, you know, hey, let's get together. Let's do something. So that's what we're doing. So. And
Robert is on the advisory board for Pool. Thank you, Robert, for giving up some of your time to be here. Mm-hmm. And Kendall P. Kendall P has produced for some of the, you've heard of, if you've heard of 21 Savage, you heard of Big Crit, you heard of Gucci, you heard of, oh my goodness, the list goes on and on and on. Do some name drops for Kendall P. Introduce yourself, please. And don't hold back on dropping a few names, brother.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Kendall P. I'm a music producer. I also do graphic design, engineering, a lot of different stuff, songwriting. Did stuff for Twista, Famous Dex, Gunna. Like he said, the list goes like on and on and on. I've been around, and I'm just trying to do whatever I can to support Stu and Pool. Because, man, we need a home for these artists, man.
That's what's up. And I love saying this part. When I was teaching in the high schools, Dr. Steve, Kendall P was one of my students, man. Yeah, he was he's a grown man now. Very grown man now. But
telling you what to do.
Yeah, well, I'm listening to him. And we just had that conversation. That's a whole nother topic for another day. Is Drew Sidor, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. This is my mom's laptop, so it has her picture, but I'm here. It has my name, though. I don't know.
I changed your name.
Oh, okay.
I changed it. At first, it was saying Reverend Jordan. Okay. I changed it to, and I didn't know where, hey, look, to Mr. Pittman. I don't know if it's Drew Sidor anymore, if it's Drew Sidor Pittman.
I know. I was like, you call me my married name right now.
I know. I've been checked by husbands before, so I don't want to get in no trouble with no husbands. And so on the flyer, it does say Drew Sidor Pittman, by the way.
Thank you. That's
absolutely.
That's family. That's how family treats you. I appreciate it. Because I am Drew Sidor Pittman. Like, that's my legal name. But
respect due.
You know, for namesake, people recognize me, you know, however they recognize me is really all good. You know, Drew Sidor Pittman. My husband would be very happy for you including the Pittman name.
Absolutely.
Hey, cousin Terry.
There's Terry D. Absolutely. So Drew, if you don't know, Drew is a singer first, entertainer first. If I'm getting it right, you're an entertainer first. Actress. Mm-hmm. She's been in movies with DMX. I remember when I first met you right before that came out, and right. The Wayans and White Chicks, and so the list goes on. And we don't. But most recently, in addition to all of her on-screen stuff, she's a Real Housewife of Atlanta, like currently. So this super awesome to have you joining us today and giving up some of your time. Thank you so much, Drew. It was important. Let me tell you. Let me just be full on with you. It was important to have some female presence, some woman presence here, because we didn't have any women panelists at first. And I was really disappointed in myself. I said, oh no, we can't do this without some femininity on the scene. And so we needed Black women. I needed a Black woman, a couple of Black women. No disrespect to Danielle, the artist who was also being highlighted here, but on the panelist side. So thank you for coming through in the clutch, Drew, to make it happen for this event. I think now it's time for us to get into it. And let us introduce the man of the hour, DJ Jeff the Illest. Now, DJ Jeff the Illest is a well-known DJ, international DJ. But a lot of people don't really know that DJ Jeff the Illest is also a producer. And he's an emerging producer. He's been working on projects, has done stuff, but he's taking this one real serious. Jeff the Illest, now is your time to kind of introduce yourself and your intention behind the songs that we're about to hear.
All right, y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. My name is Jeff the Illest. Been DJing for 20 plus years. I'm also a teacher. I do teach hip hop culture, DJing.
You speaking up, or speak up for us.
You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? All right, teacher. And I did an album called Late Night Experience Volume 1. Currently, Late Night Experience Volume 2 is out right now. God Family Music. This is where I brought my sister, my ace. I've been knowing for how long, Danielle?
20 years now.
20.
Since undergrad.
Since undergrad. We went to NIU together. And I don't know if she knows this, but I made a promise to myself when I found out that she knew how to ride. I was like, if I ever get on, I'm going to do something with her.
That's what's up.
So this was like Late Night Experience 2 was a catalyst. The first 2 songs that you're going to hear is on that project. The first song we're going to play will be The Love Game.
All right. So what's your intention with this project? Are you trying to make this a platinum selling project? Are you trying to blow up as an artist and be the person that needs a driver? You can't go out to the store alone. Or are you what's your intention with your music production and this specific project?
This specific project, to be honest, have a different voice in female rap. Female rap, don't get me wrong, the mainstream is filled with a lot of sex, money, murder, you name it, all the negatives. But there's not enough female empowerment, strong female rap. It's feminine but strong.
Okay.
That's the number one intent, but the second intent, I'm a big fan of Gangstar. I'm a big fan of Pete Rock and CL Smooth. This is like my project in that order, but with a female.
Right. All right. So y'all, all the panelists, you understand what his intention is. And we're gonna take that intention, but Jeff can no longer respond to any of the feedback until the end. And I see Filthy Rockwell has joined us. I know we can't hear you, Filthy. Get it right. There it is. You muted. We're gonna let you. Uh-oh. All right. Filthy,
Can't you unmute him?
No, I can't unmute him. I can ask him to unmute. But while he's getting that right, Filthy has done production for he's out of Detroit as well, Robert Vaughn.
Oh, okay.
And he's an entrepreneur, Grammy-nominated, Grammy Award-winning producer for Big Sean, Slaughterhouse, Eminem. The list goes on and on and on. Filthy Rockwell is joined. So he's going to work on getting the audio so we can hear his voice for this time to play the music. But here's how it's going to go. So I'm going to play the first joint. I'm going to play 30 seconds of the first joint, unless you all say play more. I'm going to stop it after about 30 seconds. And you all panelists will just Chime in with how you feel about it. What's it doing for you? All of your feedback. This is not the place to play nice and hold back your opinions or your feedback. This is a place to give it up as if Jeff wasn't even here. Jeff can't respond unless you ask Jeff something specifically. Other than that, Jeff will have to wait and hold all of his comments to the end. Okay, there you go, Filth. Now you went mute again. Acting crazy. Just unmute it. Just hit the unmute. That's all. Because it was on. There you go. There you go.
Hey, what up, though?
Filthy Rockwell. There he is. All right. All right. All right. You there, brother? Okay. So we're about to get into it.
I'm here.
All right. Jeff, what's the first song you want me to play?
I want to start off with The Love Game because that's the first record.
All right. Here we go. No more talking. That just say the title. Love Game. Love Game. Featuring Danny. All right, here we go, y'all. I'm giving it 30 seconds. Featuring Danielle Crystal.
Oh, no, that's Amazing 3.
Oh, no, that's right. Okay, The Love Game. Okay, featuring Danielle. Here we go. Here we go. All right, that was 31 seconds. Panelists, feedback time. Robert, let's go with you, Robert.
Okay, I liked it. It kind of reminds me of ride music, you know, because most music is still broken over terrestrial radio, and most radio is listened to, whether it's terrestrial or satellite radio is listened to in cars. So that's a tune that I could see myself, you know, when it comes on, I wouldn't change the station. And that's the station change rule. You know, if you wouldn't change the station, you know, I would probably listen to it for 30 seconds. And another reason 30 seconds is important is because when you're on all the platforms like Spotify or whatever platform you're on, you don't get paid until somebody listens for 30 seconds. And also on YouTube, when you go to your data analytics on YouTube, your analytics don't kick in and register until after 30 seconds. So it's important to grab somebody for the first 30 seconds. And so I thought it was kind of mellow. Another very important thing that I look for in a song is the first 5 seconds. Can I differentiate that song from all other songs? That's like all hit songs, 5 seconds, and you know who's singing it, you know what song it is, and you know whether you want to change the station or not. So I think it met that criteria. I like to hear more of it personally. I just like to see where it's going, but I thought it was,
okay.
And I'll say one more thing. And I think the way a song has to be marketable. And if it's not meant to be marketable, you can just listen to it in the basement. But one of the tests I use for marketability is I look at the genre in Billboard. I look at the top 20 to 30 songs, and I ask myself, does this song fit? Doesn't have to be number 1, doesn't have to be number 30, but I think this song fits in there. So that tells me it's marketable because Billboard is what people actually buy, not what you think is good or what I think is good. So I think it checks a lot of boxes for me. Yeah.
All right. Drew, what do you think? What do you think, Drew? And you all this can be a conversation. You don't have to wait for me. You all chime in. I'm responsible for keeping us on time. So but Drew, what you think? What you think of the first 31 seconds? You muted. What happened?
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Honestly, I needed to hear more.
Okay. And we can do that. You want to hear? Y'all all want to hear?
Was that an intro? Like just as I heard the vocals coming in, it was over. So
well, let's go a little bit more. Let's go.
Like this, and if you thinking different, then gone, take your pick. See, this the definition of the love game. Being selfish, shooting your shot with no aim. Understanding the line between pleasure and pain is a tightrope right on down memory lane. Then you stumble on a photograph, right? Be the type of shit that make you laugh. Like, how you get here where nobody's supposed to be? My head is saying no, but my body's saying please. Causing the cure, source and the remedy. Got the recipe, make me make some room in my jeans. Jodeci fame right here waiting in the wings. Trying to focus on some other things. But the way you keep it beating like a drum and me needing some, I don't want another thing.
Okay. Okay, thank you. It actually is reminiscent. It takes me to like Cali. It's very West Coast. And it reminds me, and it gives me a sense of home, Chicago that being. It feels like a very summer-driven record, barbecue, you know, people playing games. It has a very family feel. So it makes me happy when I hear it. It sounds a little older, like it puts me in a frame of a little older school, but a lot of the things that we hear today are being sampled. So I think it's a space for it. I think it's refreshing, you know. So I would say overall, we rating it in a number scale, but.
Well, we're going to play a pass.
Play.
Okay.
Yeah, it was positive.
What do you think, Dr. Steve? Thanks, Drew.
I thought it was a nice tune.
Play a pass for you, Dr. Steve.
What's that?
Play a pass for you. Play a pass. If you heard it, you playing a pass.
You got to try that again.
Play a pass. Play a pass.
Play your pass. I'm going to say pass.
Okay. All right.
But I do want to say this. That's a mood music to me. If I were in the right mood, I would leave that stuff on, you know, but I did get the sense immediately when it started playing that it wasn't really going to go anywhere. It was going to stay on the same tip the whole time, which is fine, but I got to be in that mood.
I love this.
So I hope that makes sense.
Okay, let's hear for that does. Let's hear. Come on, let's get it. Filth.
Play
a pass, Filth.
Pass. I'll go with what my man was just saying. First of all, the intro was too long. If you know, if my advice is to shorten up the intro. It's like 31 seconds, like before the music even started. Like, so when she started rapping, I didn't even know it would sound that good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would listen to the song. I would listen to the song further, but because the intro was so long, I probably would have skipped it because it was so long. Like, so maybe shorten. Like, I know that thing they played 2 times. They probably should just let that go once, and then she, you know, come in with the song, and you know, in the loop, yeah, it need to change up. But I do like the sound. I like the jazzy. I like that jazzy. Like, it's different. It didn't sound like what I would think. You know, it ain't typical music that sound like how I sound all the time today.
I think Terry D. Play a pass.
Now it depends. It definitely depends. So here's the thing, like we was talking about intention, right? So if you're intending on, is this a single or is it an album song, right? So if it's a single, it will get passed. If it's an album song, I'll ride to it.
Yeah.
But as a single, when it first come on, like the sample too, it sounded like MC Light, I think it was. It was some sample in there, but it was kind of low. You know, I could barely hit a sample. So I would turn that up a little bit. And like my man was saying, Filthy, if it's shorted where the verse comes in faster for a single, I would do it that way. Come on in with it, because otherwise, you know, it could get a skip real quick. But if it's on the album, that means I'm already feeling you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go and let it play. It was good enough while I listened to it. So.
And I see you, Robert. I see you, Mr. Vaughn. We're not going to criticize the engineering because, Jeff, none of this is mastered, correct? This is all pre-pro, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So we're not gonna criticize engineering at this point.
Yeah, well, I would turn that up though.
All right. Before I go to you, come back to you, Robert Vaughn. Let's hear from Kendall P. But I know you're not gonna lose your thought. Kendall P, play a pass.
I'm gonna say pass. I like the track, me personally, but you know, we talking about music, and I'm not trying to be too personal about what I'm liking here. if you're gonna have artists or you're gonna have listeners play this, you want something that most people are gonna like. That's something that's not gonna grab everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that was the goal for that song anyway. But I do like it. I'm just gonna say pass because of the purpose of what we're doing.
Okay. Robert Vaughn, you had something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I think Filthy hit the nail on the head. Sometimes you can make a little change in the song and make a big change in the reception. And if I hear that voice in the first 10 seconds, I might not change the channel. You know, I mean, I kind of like the flow and the vibe, so I probably would have hung with it. But if I hear that voice in 10 seconds, I might turn it up a little bit, you know. So I would say, you know, get that voice, because you got about, what, you got 10, 15 seconds, you know. So I like to hear that voice early on. And I think it would, I don't know, in my opinion, would make it a better song.
Okay. All right. Nikisha Lee, shout out to Nikisha Lee. Shout out to B is watching, Terry D. Shout out to B. Shout out to El Sancho, my cousin Ricardo. Everybody out in Facebook land that's tuning in. Shout out. Put it in the chat. Share. Jeff, we're going to the next joint. What do you want it to be, bro?
I'm gonna go with Amazing 3.
Amazing 3.
Yeah, that's a posse cut.
Amazing 3. Here we go. 30 seconds.
LLJDI. For real. My God. It's nothing but black sisters up in here. Black love, black movement. 3 of the coldest. First up is my girl, my ace. Hey, yo, Danielle. Let's talk to him, real tough one.
Listen, nothing compares to the stairs and the glare that surround you. Background and surround sound. When I found you, it's astounding. When we get down, it goes down.
Seconds. Kendall P, play a pass.
I like it, and I'm gonna say play. The sample.
Now I'm gonna stop for a second, P. Now, I want all of y'all. This is I know. Look. This is not the place to play nice. Now, you got to stay true. That's what's gonna make this dope than all the other shows. Stay true to it. All right, Kendall P. All right,
no, I'm knowing.
All right,
I'm gonna say play. I'm gonna say play immediately because as soon as I heard that sample, I recognized it, and it's gonna grab my attention immediately. So I'm gonna definitely say play. I would like to hear more, but for now, I'm gonna say play.
Good stuff. Bill.
I agree with P. I like it. I play it. Because like he said, as soon as I heard that sample, I immediately knew where it came from. And I like her voice. Like hearing it again, yeah, she's dope. I like it. Just sounds different from most of the female vocals, you know, I hear today. So yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I play it.
All right. What'd you say, Mr. Vaughn?
Yeah, I liked it. I think on one thought it was a little busy at first, but I think the sample was so dope that, you know, you bought yourself some extra time with that sample for me to listen a little longer, you know. So I would say play, yeah.
All right, Terry D.
Keep muting myself. Again, it's gonna be my thing. Like, I would, if that's on the album, I'm playing it, right? If it's coming up as a single, I'm passing it. Because like the teacher, what's my man name? He was saying that mood. I gotta be in that mood. If it's that mood, it's gonna have to be like, it's a chill moment right now. I probably had a nice little drink, you know what I'm saying? And then that come on, then I'm like, oh man, what's this right here? You know what I'm saying? So it's gotta be that mood. And if it catch me right there, but a lot of times singles, man, they catch me a lot faster, you know. So, but I do like the record though.
Go play a pass.
I pass it. Like,
pass.
You
Okay,
know,
my bad. Okay, yeah, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Yeah, pretty much for the same reason as the other one. But I did like the little beginning. I have to say, it was the voice threw me a little bit. It seemed low, but again, I'm not going to overreact to that because that's engineering potentially. but pass for pretty much the same reasons.
Okay. All right, Drew, what you think?
I feel like I like this song better than the last one. I definitely like this one better than the last one. I like the fact that you're sampling, so it has a very reminiscent feel. I think that's why everyone probably does agree it gravitates and you do like it because it's recognizable. I felt like it was a little busy. Would I listen to this song in the car? No. Would I listen to it if I'm turning up with my girls? No. But if I'm cleaning the house or if I'm having a pool party or barbecue, I'll probably play it, so it is a very specific type of music that you're making. And I will say, I agree with what everyone's saying. I do like your voice. It's very smooth. It's very soothing. It's non-intimidating. So I give you kudos on that. So I would play it in a very specific time and space.
C. Ali says, it sounded all over the place at first because the dude talking in the beginning. I thought it was one of y'all. Tia Lee also says, come on with all the Anita samples.
Who don't love Anita though? Like, what are we?
Come on, man.
I might be putting the wrong sauce
right
on it.
Here.
Maybe Drew, maybe she said, maybe they said it. Come on with all the Anita samples. Maybe they said it that way.
Yeah, bring it on. Like, you can never have too much Anita. Don't go after
Yeah.
Anita now. See, I love Anita. I'm
right.
fan. Don't do that. I'm a singer. I love my Anita. Don't do that.
You gotta clean that up for us. Which way did you mean that? Come on with all the Anita samples. Is that good or is that too much? We hope that it's good. All right. Did we hear from everybody? Anybody not get a chance to pass? So that seemed like a consensus on that one was a pass. Seemed like pretty. Was that? Am I wrong, Drew?
Wasn't it like 3-4?
I gave it a play in a
you
very
gave it a play
time and space. Yes.
Okay.
I gave it a play.
Play too. Kendall P, we didn't hear from you, I don't think.
I gave it a play.
Oh, well, we winning. We got 3. Okay, well. Robert Vaughn?
Play. I gave it a play.
Okay, we'll play it. We'll play his majority. What we got next, Jeff?
Danielle intro.
Danielle intro. And for all of you out on Facebook, anywhere, you want to know how to submit your music. First of all, you have to have your music on Pool. This is community-based. You have to have your music on Pool to even be considered to sit before greats like these and have your music receive the feedback. So poolofmusic.com, create an account. If you have any problems with your account, shoot me a DM. We're going to the next song. And the next song is Danielle Intro. Danny Intro, 30 seconds.
Step right up, step right up. Get ready. That's it right there. Come on, take a seat, time to end your call. Let me introduce you to the belle of the ball. New feel, old school, leaving them appalled. Name on the marquee, degrees on the wall. Take a back seat, yeah, the chance of that is small. Asked about audacity, bet I got the gall. Heard that I was on my way, now they trying to stall. Wishing me away.
Y'all want more?
Here, one little more.
You want a little more?
Praying on my downfall. Popped up with this bop on a nigga after all. Headliner, page turner, in it for the long haul. Celine jeans, fresh and clean for the roll call. Laser focus, about to get it, then I'm gone, y'all. Shady, come get these clowns, man.
All right, what we got, Terry D? You seem like you was really feeling that. You're muted, bro.
Anything that's gonna make me play them drums behind me, I love. Like that first joint and his third joint, they'll make me want to hop on them drums, man. You know what I'm saying? I let boom, boom. I was vibing with it. Now again, a single. I feel like these are all album songs. This is how I'm feeling. I ain't heard a single, but at least it's good enough to be on the album. Some songs you don't even put on your album. I do feel these are album worthy. I ain't heard that single though that's gonna be like, that's that joint right there. That's that joint. But I do feel they album worthy. So
What do you think, Robert Vaughn?
I'm
sorry. So play a pass, T.
if I'm already listening to your album, I'm playing it. You got to get me to the album first.
If it's the first song you hear, you passing. But if it's already on the album, you playing it.
Yeah, if it's the first song I heard, yeah, I'm gonna pass. Yeah.
That's how we got to treat each of these songs.
I don't mean I don't like it.
I get it. Come on, Robert Vaughn.
Well, I would say play, and the reason I say play is because I remember the original song from a sample. And while the sample is playing, I'm singing the original song, which I really like. So, it's a different spin, on the sample, and I like it. I mean, because this, he said he wants to get on the drums. That's the Motown funk band on that. That's that's the the Funk Brothers. That's the Motown sound. So it was dance music. It was moving music. It was dance music. It was upbeat music. So I would say play. I liked it. I like the sample, and I like what they did with it. So
now I want to keep true to the time. I see we got about 12 minutes left. We started a little late. Drew, I know your schedule is crazy. Filth, I know everybody's schedule is crazy, but I would love to get through these songs. Do y'all have 15 extra minutes just in case we go a little bit past the hour? I know Drew is like, nah, son, I ain't got you. I know the okay, thank you. Phil, how you doing? Can you give me 15 more just in case?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to push us through. Dr. Steve, I know Robert Vaughn, I know you got something, you got an event tonight. Do you have 15 just in case?
Yeah, I got time.
Kendall P?
Yeah, I got the time, man.
All right, we're gonna speed this up. So Dr. Steve, what you think? Play or pass?
I'm gonna pass. However,
Dr. Steve is just
however, look, but I just, I got my tastes, so I'm no judge. But this one was my favorite, and it made me want to know what the lyricist was saying. This song could have done something if there was some story that I could follow with it. So I got interested in the lyrics on this one. I'm still passing though, and it's just maybe it's just a taste thing.
Okay. Kendall P, play or pass?
I'm gonna say pass. I could definitely hear some hard drums on there. It'd be pretty cool to hear some drums on there, but at the end of the day, nah, I don't know. Maybe it's just not me. I'm trying not to get personal once again, but at the same time, as soon as I heard it, I was like, But then she started rapping. I liked it a little bit more. But I ain't hear them drums, so I was like, eh. So no, pass. It's a pass for me.
Okay. Phil?
I like it, but I agree with Pete. It would be dope if it had like some DC like go-go drums on it or something. The drum, this is the one that I heard. This is the first one I heard. Not the first one I heard, but this is the one when I heard that she like a real rapper. Like she a real MC. Like I really heard her rapping. Like, oh damn, she could really, really rap for real. Like this is the one I heard where I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah. I like it.
So play. You say play, huh?
I need the drums though.
Passing
but I like
the
sample. It's different though. I like it. It's different. Yeah. Like my man, if it was on the album and it came on, I'll listen to it.
Okay. Yeah. Jeff, shake your head yes or no if you think this is good feedback, bro. Okay, thank you, brother. Drew, thank you, Danny.
Honestly, this is crazy. Like, I love I hear what y'all are trying to do. Like, I really like the sampling with her voice. It's like a recipe that could go really well. Like, but I just feel like it needs to be updated. If you were to update the record with what you're doing and infuse it in some way, like this isn't something I would listen to and play with my group of friends. You know what I'm saying? But if you were to figure out how to update it and make it more current, I think it would smash, honestly, because it's so different. And so I'm having a hard time. Like this one was really old school for me. But like, again, I see what y'all are trying to do. It's just not there yet, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I would pass on this one just because it just was way old school. It just needs to be worked on a little more.
Okay. Anybody we didn't hear from? Now look,
I just want to add this real quick.
Who? Dr. No, he went. Dr. Steve?
No, me.
Did you go? Oh, you didn't go? I'm sorry, Dr. Steve. What do you say? Play a pass, my brother.
No, you got me. You talked to me.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Talking, Stu. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, T.
I just wanted to add this to it, just to let y'all know, man. On some feedback tip. One of my buddies had did a song with Raekwon, and I love this record, right? And my son, I asked him, he's like, I would not play that. I would play it though. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It may be a good record. It just depends on who hears it and who's going to play it. So like, you know, the older brother right there, Mr. Russell, he gonna rock with it right away. Drew, on the other hand, you know, it like depends on who's hearing it. So who your audience is going to be a big determining factor on, you know, whether it's getting played, you know.
And I don't want to date anybody, but I believe, Kendall, did you turn 30 yet?
Yeah, I just hit 30 a couple months ago.
So we almost had I would imagine close to every decade represented here. Close to it. So we got the 30s, the 40s. I represent the 50s. And you know, Mr. Russell, as he so eloquently called you, I don't want to put you out there, but you're probably in the 50s too. You know, I don't think we have any 70s listening, but everybody's represented. I also want to say, for T. Ali said that beat is crazy, and El Sancho gives it 3 100s. So we're gonna keep going and try to get this thing on. What's next up, Jeff? I'll pick it. I'll pick it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Let him pick it. Let him pick it. Let him pick it. Let him pick it.
I'm going melanin. Melanin.
Let's go.
Melanin. 30 seconds, yo.
Black everything. I root for everybody.
And that's not me, that's the track.
People don't even understand. On my real shit, they always want to fuck with, touch with, and do everything black. But they don't want our struggle. Real tough like, hey, yo, Danny, man. I like how you...
30 seconds. Yeah. Go ahead, T. You want to hear some more? You want to hear more?
It was just about to start.
Yeah. Robert Vaughn, like, man, that's 30 seconds. Robert, what you say, Robert? Play a pass. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I would pass. I didn't hear anything that would make me want to hear more.
Drew, what you say? Play a pass.
Same thing. We didn't hear nothing. The intro. I'm gonna cut y'all intros down because we can't even hear the song.
So you want more than 30 seconds to be played, Drew?
Or they need to just get into the song.
Right. So because if you driving in the car, are you giving it 30 seconds before you turn your station?
I would have turned the station.
Right. What you say, Dr. Steve?
Same thing. It didn't start. So
yeah. Kendall P.
Yeah, I'm gonna say pass. That's like the second song, third song we didn't heard. That was more than 30 seconds long to get to the song. So I'm definitely gonna say pass.
Phil?
I would pass. I'm gonna give them the same advice that was given to me when I was first started shopping my beats in the industry. The first thing was you got to get to it quick because people gonna pass, and people know when they like your song within the first 30 seconds or not. So you got to give it to them kind of quick. Like you giving them too much of an intro, they got enough room to pass to skip it.
Now I will go back on Danny intro. I thought Danny intro was crazy. I'd have played that. I'd have been on that. I was on that Danny intro, the one just before this. That beat was phenomenal.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that.
I'm a different breed because Drew, I'm the dude that told Kanye he should never rap. You know, I told him he should never rap, stick to making beats. So don't listen to me. Don't listen. And Robert Vaughn, you believe 5 seconds is all you get, right?
Well, you gotta, people don't listen to music. They don't hear music, they feel music. So if you don't, and that's why a hit song, you can say, well, how could this be a hit? Achy Breaky Heart, the biggest song of all time. How can that be a hit? Because a lot of people felt it. You know, people feel music, and if they don't feel it in 5 or 10 seconds, they're not gonna play it.
Oh. Let's go Together Danny is up next. Together Danny.
In this world, there's so many breakups and broken homes.
So many. It's too many.
The world is so full of temptation, and it's so easy to do wrong.
So easy, too easy. Staring the barrel of a gun down. Watching my mama panic as she sundowns. Trials of the world that leave me feeling run down. But when I send them prayers up, them blessings.
30 seconds. Dr. Steve.
I just pictured myself at this bar in Chicago for that first part, down by like Central Park. I mean, it had a perfect setting to it. The voice threw me off coming in a little bit. You know, I'm gonna pass, but I really enjoyed that first part.
Say, Drew.
It's very Chi-Town. It makes me feel like I'm at the crib. It put me in the space of some GLC. But I love what y'all are trying to do. Like, I hear it and I get it.
We're not worried. We are okay to put. It's okay to put your emotions out. We know we want to build people up, and actually, it's good to say, "Hey, I'm passing."
I believe in what y'all are doing, and I have to say that I love your voice. I love the samples, but that I would pass on that one.
Okay, Mr. Vaughn.
Yeah, I would pass only because I want to hear a little more originality.
Okay.
At the beginning, you know, I want to hear some more originality.
Okay. All right,
it's a song. If it was playing already, I mean, I wouldn't probably cut it off. But you know, if I was listening to music, I would probably, you know, if I was flipping the radio channels, I probably would flip by it. But yeah.
P, what you got, Terry D?
I think again, man, it's taking a while to get to the lyrics, you know. So, but I'm still in the same boat, man. It's like I'm waiting on that single to so I be like, yeah, I'm fully in. I'm fully. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You low. You sound real cool, real Dr. Dre-ish right now. I know you in the, I know you in the studio. What you got, Phil? What you got, Phil?
Okay, y'all heard.
I play it.
You playing it, Phil?
Yeah, I play it. I like that. I dig the funky soul singing. I fuck with it. I mean, I like it.
All right, Phil.
Yeah, I like it.
And Phil, I know you hard to please, bro. I know you ain't, man. You everything goes. So to hear you say play, that's big.
I like it. I did. I like the singing, and then I like how she came in rapping. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
but it's not a single, but I like it though.
Okay. All right, Kendall P.
Yeah, I'm a pass on it. I do like the drums. I like how the track came in. Whoever made that beat crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And then how she came in like rapping on it was dope. It was a bit loud, and it kind of caught me off guard when it first came on. But I'm a pass.
Okay.
Hey, didn't Jeff? He made that beat, didn't he?
That's all Jeff. That's all the production is Jeff. It's Jeff. He's the producer, DJ producer.
Okay,
he'll
Jeff,
get a chance to respond in just a few minutes. El Sancho says, I would love to hear more of Melanin. That's what's up. And T. Ali, going back to your comment, T. Exactly. Everybody ain't gonna like your music. And you ain't gonna always gotta change your sound. Just change their minds. That's me putting that sauce on it, Drew, for my reading, my table reading. That was my table reading. So that's what T. Ali says. All right, Jeff, we got Watch Them is next. And it is our final song. Watch Them, our final song. 30 seconds.
JDI. Shout out to my man Nasir. He made a classic in 9-6. Check.
Watch watching you walk like you got the ancestors there with you. They try to make us think we got something to prove, then they go and appropriate everything we do. And sending daily prayers to the Father. So when it comes to concerns, I have learned why bother. Hated proof because the truth is I'm a king's daughter.
30 seconds, Kendall P. What you got?
I like that. That came right in. The stack's a little too loud, but regardless, that's hard to me. I like it. I give it a play. But I could definitely say with all of their music, they're gonna have to make those visuals count because their music is a lot more meaningful. So, you know, you're gonna have to really make them visuals count.
All right. Theory D, what you got? Play your pass.
I was interested. I was gonna play that, man. It's the lyrics, like I wanted to hear what was about to happen. What she was saying, like I'd have to rewind it to hear it, but some what those lyrics got me. I'm like, let me hear what she about to say. And it went off. So yeah, I'm playing.
You got Dr. Steve.
The voice, this was the best voice that I've heard of all these songs. This was one where I wanted to listen to it. I'm passing because again, it's a taste thing. Maybe the one thing about you all, you're consistent. Like if I heard these, I'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I was on Big Stu's show and I know who they are. So that's not easy to do. But I'm giving you the positive here. The voice was perfect on that, in my opinion. But I'm passing. I love you.
I love it. Passing, but I love you. Okay, Mr. Vaughn.
Yeah, I would play. I liked it. I think, you know, if I heard it again, after 5 seconds, I know which song it was. And I think it's original. It differentiates itself from the other songs. And that would probably be my favorite. So I would, so far, you know, I would play. I liked it. I thought it was, you know, had a little funk. It had a little mellow sound to it. You know, it was, I liked it, you know, yeah.
Okay, Phil, what you got?
I play it. It sounded like some MCA to be rapping on back in the day. I'll play it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. And she had a message, so yeah.
All right, Drew, what you got?
I'm definitely a vibe person, and I would play this just because it was a vibe. It was sexy, you know, definitely, again, I feel like it needs to be updated. But I agree with what was said. You guys have a sound that is very consistent. So, and that's hard. You know, you are in a lane, you have a niche, which means you'll have a cult following, people that like you, gonna love your music. I just need it to be updated, but I would say this was by far my most favorite because it was definitely a vibe.
Yeah, mine too, yeah.
Yeah, it was sexy.
Wow. Okay. Now we're gonna give Jeff and Danielle. Jeff and Danielle, you have like up to 3 minutes to respond to what you heard, just to give your feedback to the feedback.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I would just start by saying thank you so much. I'm gonna let him take it away, but I want to thank you all for your time and your feedback. Shout out to Drew Sadora, Chi-Town girl, repping big time. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of you being here. I definitely appreciate it. Jeff, thank you for the opportunity.
No doubt. I appreciate it because that was that was a man. We was in the studio. How long we been doing this? Like almost a year.
Yeah, a little over a year.
Mm-hmm. And man, the first thing I said before we do any pictures, any mastering or anything, let's get some ears on this to make sure that we got something great. And we come back to the table, add this, add that, because we want to make a difference. We don't want to just make an album just to, you know, make an album. We want to make an album to get the ears, get the attention of the people, because I already know my intent was not to just be just average, because female rap, they want her to take off her clothes, be this sexy girl, and that's not what we on. We got a lot to talk about, especially like the last song is that type of song that we want to really get people's attention, watch them. And that's actually a remake from Nas's Watch Them Niggas, but we changed it up. Any questions? Any questions?
I'm sure Terry D, he needs a few minutes. I know he's gonna come with a question. Dr. Steve, got anything? Sound like you were about to say something.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say, if you want to sum up your message in a sentence or a couple sentences, share it. And if it's not ready, get something together, you know, because that can do a lot for the music, but be able to like couch it for us. What are you trying to get across?
And that's the point. And so first of all, look, because I'm gonna wrap up. I hope you all are hungry to come back, stay on for more, do this again. This is the first ever virtual pool artist listening feedback session. There will be more. Jeff, I want to thank you for being our inaugural, Jeff and Danielle, I want to thank you for being Pool's inaugural guest on this event. This is amazing. We want to make this better. Dr. Steve, thank you for joining. Mr. Robert Vaughn, thank you for your time. Terry D from Song Reactor, thank you. Kendall P, Filthy, Drew Sedora, thank you all so much. On behalf of poolofmusic.com, Bernard in the chat says, play. He plays it. You wasn't asked, Bernard. That's the homie. We ain't ask you, but since he said he want to play it, smooth intro, riding music. And El Sancho again, three burning bushes, balls of flame, whatever that emoji is called. So, and T. Ali says that was amazing. This was amazing. Really appreciate what y'all doing. That's the end of this episode. Drew, you want to say? Yeah, go ahead.
Means it's lit. I just want to let that means it's lit. The fireballs means it's lit.
3 fireballs. Yeah. Do I? Wow. Okay. Yeah.
My question.
Final thoughts. We'll take it out with final thoughts from you all. Final last round. Let's go.
I really would like to get y'all music on the Song Reactor too, because it's similar to what Stu is doing with getting feedback. It's in a different way, but overall, man, yeah, man, I like artists like y'all, man, for real, because it's a breath of fresh. You know, everything is so cookie cut.
Yeah.
You know, this auto tune and this guy sounds just like that guy. This guy sounds just like that guy.
Yeah.
So what y'all doing is like it's risky in a sense, but it's a risk that I'm willing to keep listening to. I just need that single to bring me on in. Bring me on in with that single, man. I know it's there. I know it's there. I just need, but yeah, man, I'm loving it, man. Keep doing what y'all doing now. And yeah, I want to hear y'all on the Song Reactor too. Love it.
That's okay. Y'all can connect. So Kendall P.
No, I was saying I definitely want to shoot y'all some beats, because I could definitely hear y'all on some modern soul stuff. Like the hip hop stuff y'all doing is dope as hell. So it would be dope to hear y'all on something modern, like maybe some J. Cole type stuff. That'd be interesting. Some Ace Boogie type stuff, but not like to say I want you to sound like that artist, but more so like I want you in that lane, because y'all got that sound, that hip hop sound. And I really feel like that'll be cold with what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we are gonna connect. Who wants to go out next? Robert Vaughn, Phil, who's next?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I like, somebody said to me the other day, said, well, where's Lauryn Hill, man? We want Lauryn Hill back, And I think what they're really saying is they want that they want message music with a good hip hop beat that makes sense without taking your clothes off, And I think there's a gap in the marketplace for that type of music right now. And I think people really, because when I listen to music or an artist, I always say, how much would I pay to see them? Would I pay $20? Would I pay $150? That tells me how good they are. And I think some of these songs mixed right, I could pay $70, $80 a ticket, for an hour and a half show. I think that would be a good, that would be a good deal. you know, so I like it. I would encourage you guys to keep going. Also, I would make a suggestion is, I don't know if you do listening sessions, but I would suggest doing a listening session with high school and college females, because they determine what songs become hits. And they'll tell you right off the bat, you know, because I used to use my daughter. I used to play my songs for all my daughters when they were a little younger. And they would say, Dad, that's whack, you know, or don't waste your time, or this is dope, or that's a hit. But a lot of times the songs they picked were the ones that people would like. So I think there's a certain honesty when you do listening sessions with younger people, because they're not going to be politically correct, you know, especially if you feed her. I used to bring them over about 8 of their girlfriends and feed them pizza. And we listen to songs and they had a little sheet that they had to score the song. And they wouldn't be too far off. So I think it's good to have listening sessions with older people and also with younger people, because a lot of songs become hits on college campuses. So I would just make that suggestion. Yeah. And get on campus too, man. Get those songs on campus, and you'll find out real quick which way you need to go and what flies and what doesn't. So yeah.
Okay. What you got, man?
You know, just keep going, you know what I'm saying? The drums, update the drums, and yeah, you know, I think they got something though.
Okay. Drew, you got any final ones, or that's it?
No, I'm excited about what you guys have the capability of doing. Hopefully you take everybody's notes and you go back in the studio and update it. I love that y'all are representing Chicago. So hands down for that, you are representing the city. Me being away from home, it makes me feel like I'm back at home. So I think with that, we can all agree that it could go far. I would also suggest, Stu, if you can connect me with them, I say get your songs in movies. So if that's something you're interested in, because the music is so specific and it's very visual. I think it was said, you know, focus on the visuals if you can really focus on those. But I think lining it up with some films would be really good too, to get some exposure. So
appreciate that, Drew. We're gonna make that work. Since
Please.
Watch Them was the one that we liked the most, we're gonna go out to this song. Y'all heard it here first with Jeff, the Illest, and Danielle on the first ever virtual live artist feedback session. Don't forget to, if you have your wallet, if you have your MetaMask wallet or your crypto wallet, drop the address in the chat and receive a free NFT from Pool. Watch Them from Jeff the Illest. That's the one we're going out on. Thank y'all, and I hope that everybody has an amazing day.
JDI. Shout out to my man Nasir. He made a classic in 9-6. Check it.
Watch them just the way they watching you. Walk like you got the ancestors there with you. They try to make us think we got something to prove. Then they go and appropriate everything we do. And sending daily prayers to the Father. So when it comes to concerns, I have learned why bother. Hater proof because the truth is I'm a king's daughter. Deep root, strange fruit makes me go harder. One thing's for sure, 2 things are certain. We gon' master everything, relevant and pertinent. To the top in all things, you and all observing it. Rinse, repeat, and take the credit, but you not deserving it.
Shout out, say let's drop his MetaMask wallet ID.
Legacy of wealth, maintaining my kids' spot. And I see you seeing me, seeing you, hoping that I stop. But it's all for naught, and all you can do is watch. Landmark official, 95th top notch. But you could keep your beef, cause we learn to swim with the sharks. The way we get the least, but work the most. Breaks my heart, half as much, twice as hard. Plus y'all had a head start. Watch them just the way they watching you. Walk like you got the ancestors there with you. They try to make us think we got something to prove. Then they go and appropriate everything we do. Watch them just the way they watching you. Walk like you got the ancestors there with you. They try to make us think we got something to prove. Then they go and appropriate everything we do. They had a first-hand view of how we took to nothing. Took the pressure and come back. VVS stunning, not holding for nothing. Out here swinging and punching. Fighting to the finish line, just trying to hold something. So watch them just the way you know they do. Walk like you got the ancestors there with you. They taking, trying to replicate from the head to the crates. So give them something to see, cause what they watching is greatness. So never complicate the power of your placement. Don't underestimate the roads through the pavement. What is for you has already been written. Requirements are plenty, cause that's what's been given. They say aggression, we gon' call it driven. Cause we not for that typecast, it's too dismissive. Made in the image of the king, so remind yourself, nobody's built like you. You deserve yourself. Watch them.
You definitely got bars, man. You definitely got the
ancestors there with you. They try to make us think we got something to prove. Then they go and appropriate everything we do.
Thanks, Dr. Steve, for joining in.
Walk like you got the ancestors there with
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Vaughn. Shout out to Vaughn down against them festivities for the
Hey,
NBA
yo.
All-Star Weekend.
Everything we do.
Sitting black, super black, keep your shade.
Oh, JD,
Obsession with this melanin, we keep a brother paid. Baby hairs, blue squares, powders of the trend. Talent salons trying to mimic my skin. It's a gimmick to them, it's a justice is a sin. Conversely, everybody knows you bet on black you win. Black is always in, that's why they watching him. The ancestors present, ain't no stopping him. And I'm still, they taught me to. Power do the day, when the night break loose. Understand the ways of the white wing do. Manipulate the place so they can gaslight you.
Watch them just the way they watching you. Walk like
Right, Dr. Steve. Everybody have a good evening. Until next time. Bookofmusic.com.
Watch them
All right,
just
y'all.
the way they watching you. Walk like you got the ancestors there with you.